Namaskaram, Namaskaram. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Colonel Vijay Bakshi, Shri Guru Prasad Kadagad. Namaste, sir. Sunita Shri Ram. Namaskara. Namaskara, Professor. Namaskara, teacher. Namaste. ಇಲ್ಲ Okay. Okay. A warm good afternoon to everybody. This is a very special topic which has been discussed since ages. It's not that our society has woken up to this topic now all of a sudden. No, it's not that. If it was not the case, we would not have been had this occasion to celebrate. So, we are here to understand three aspects of this topic: Dharma versus Nyaya, through the eyes of Prabhu Shri Ram. There are three aspects. One is, of course, Dharma. Second one is Nyaya. Third one is Prabhu Shri Ram. Prabhu Shri Ram. There is one particular order to understand anything, to know anything. That is from known to unknown. From known to unknown. We know certain things. We don't know certain things. If we travel from known to unknown, we would find it more comfortable, more understandable, more convincing, probably. So, on those grounds, we would be traveling from known to unknown now. Other orders are alphabetical order, order of importance, etc. etc. Okay? But this is a particular order which we are trying to follow, known to unknown. This is point number one. Other point which I would want to stress here is we are not going to work on the religious aspects of it, the spiritual aspects of it, the political aspects of it, the cultural aspects also probably we would not be touching. But we're trying to understand on the basis of academic approach. This topic, Prabhu Shri Ram, is such a huge, magnanimous topic that all aspects of this society, all aspects of this society should be seen through. Every aspect of the society we need to see through if we have to understand Prabhu Shri Ram in a more comprehensive way. So here is one approach, which is definitely non-political, non-spiritual, non-religious, but an academic approach to understand Dharma versus Nyaya through the eyes of Prabhu Shri Ram. As I said, known to unknown is our approach. So, what is known out of these three? What is known to the majority of us? Prabhu Shri Ram, Dharma, or Nyaya? Prabhu Shri Ram, everybody knows. If anybody is asked, what is Prabhu Shri Ram? They will tell some 10 things, 20 things they'll tell. Beyond that, no. But that is so huge. If it is just 10 items or 20 items, is that all the content of Ramayana? No. It is huge. It's a world in itself. So it doesn't work. So most of us don't know more about Rama. Some basic things we know about Rama. Of course, I need not list it out, those 8 to 10 things. I need not list it out now. We all know. This is the third point. Second one is Dharma. Do we know what is Dharma? It's a question. Yes, we know Dharma. And yet, we don't know Dharma. Because Dharma is also equally a magnanimous, huge topic. But I'm sure, but I'm sure, most of us, most of us is not only the members who are listening here, who are connected here. I'm not talking about only these people, but as a country, the majority of the people understand what is Nyaya. If you're asked to answer a few questions about Nyaya, we are more comfortable. We are more comfortable because it's more like yes or no questions, objective questions. We'll get answers easily. Okay, if a person has to be punished, yes nor no. If this has to happen, yes or no. So like this, it is more easy to understand for the common man of this modern India. I'm talking about the common man of this modern India to understand, that is Nyaya. Nyaya is something which is more easily understandable, more easily comprehensible when compared to the other two, that is Dharma and uh, Prabhu Shri Ram. Okay. Now let's spend few minutes to understand what is Nyaya, to highlight what is Nyaya, and go further to Dharma. So Nyaya. Nyaya is what? We should not do this, we should not do that. Correct? If it hurts somebody, it's not allowed. It should not destroy something. It should not trouble something, somebody or something or whatever. Correct? So there are many things. And we as a society of modern India are governed by Nyaya. Nyaya, Anyaya. Hey, we are supposed to follow the path of Nyaya. Anyaya, we are not supposed to follow, etc. etc. We all know those things. Correct. And the basis for this Nyaya and Anyaya, the basis of Nyaya and Anyaya, as per our modern India is concerned, I'm sure each one of us would agree that it is our constitution. If you go to a lawyer, he gets back to the penal code, which is directly connected to the constitution. And according to constitution, if we have this, we have that, all those things, the logical aspects open up, and these do matter there. Correct? So with these things, we are governing ourselves as a society, and more or less, more or less, our society is following Nyaya. Yes, of course, there are few instances. It's not that we are following completely Nyaya. It's not that like that, but it is definitely understandable or seeable that most of us, 80, 85, 90, 95%, probably 98% of people, we are following Nyaya. That is the aspects of constitution. Correct? And we are a peaceful society. Of course, when we have to achieve something beyond certain times, some things have gone wrong, all those things we understand that. It's not that we don't know. Correct? We are all quite matured enough to understand all those things. Yes, and it goes on. But more or less, we are a safe, peaceful society based on constitution, that is Nyaya. Okay. So on these grounds, what I'm trying to highlight is this Nyaya, which has the origination from this constitution, which has the origination from the constitution, is only a book. is only a book. Constitution is a book. The bottom line there is it's a book. And most of us, especially during the years 1947, 1948, 1949, and 1950, in these 3 4 years of time, when the constitution was getting framed, it was enacted, it was brought to force in the year 1950. In this particular period, the literacy rate was 17%. The literacy rate was 17%. The literacy rate was 17%. 16 to 17%. This 16 to 17% literacy, keeping 16 to 17% literacy, we are following a book. How is it possible? 85% of the people don't know how to read and write, and how are they expected to follow a book? So, this following a book is something which is a wonder by the people who don't know how to read and write. How is it expected? Come on. This is something, a miracle. And more or less, our society is peaceful, even today. That day and even today. Correct? When we have issues, then we go to Nyaya. And the issues itself are quite less compared to the other societies of this country, of this world, sorry, other societies of this world. And that is the case. And in that case, 16 to 17% was actually a wonderful uh, literacy rate, literacy rate in 1947. And today, in 2020, is when it was calculated 3 years ago, it showed as 77%. Even today, 25% of the people are illiterate, and still they're following Nyaya. How is it possible? And there is one clause in the same book which says that ignorance is no excuse. Yeah, ignorance is no excuse. So there is one clause which says ignorance is no excuse, and in the same book, and people who don't, majority of them don't know to read that book, and they would be punished if they don't follow it. Come on, what is this? This is such a wonder, and people are following it. Then how is that possible? How was it possible people to follow Nyaya to this extent? Is the next question. Because whether they knew Nyaya or not, whether they knew Nyaya or not, whether they could read or not, but they knew what was Dharma. Each one of us, the citizens of this country, knew what is Dharma. Knowing what is Dharma, they followed just Dharma. They did not bother anything about Nyaya. They did not bother about Nyaya, but they followed Dharma. As they were following Dharma, Nyaya was a part of it, was a simple part of it, a small chapter in the huge book called Dharma. So they followed everything what was told according to Nyaya, because they were following much, much more bigger, broader vision they had, that was Dharma. Dharma. So, what is Dharma? Could be the next question. Now, what is Dharma? If we ask anybody, they would immediately say Dharma is religion. Correct? Religion. Now, let's understand the definition of religion. Religion is the belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers. Believe in, belief in and worship of a superhuman power or powers, especially of a god or gods. Yeah, ideas about the relationship between science and religion. Next definition says a particular system of faith and worship. Another definition says a pursuit or interest followed with great devotion. A pursuit or interest followed with great devotion. So that means devotion is there, interest is there, a pursuit is there, a particular idea is there, a faith is there, a system is there, a set of rules are there, and if it is followed with great devotion, then it is religion. Religion is belief in a god or activities that are connected with this belief, such as praying or worshipping in a specific place. So even this is called as religion. And the word religion has been derived from the Middle English religion, which came from Old French, and Old French word the religion, and Latin religo, which means good faith or rituals, religare to tie fast. So like this, there are different origins for this word religion, and all these words talk about talk about a set of beliefs which are practiced as faith. But is our dharma faith? Where is faith? Where is faith? If you ask 100 people, 30, 40 people say that I don't believe in God, and still they are followers of our dharma. Yeah, and the other 60% you ask, they will be having 10 different deities, 10 different gods and goddesses who say that they're following this god, that god, like this. So there are a lot of differences of opinions, and in these differences of opinions, how can you describe dharma? So we as mortals cannot describe dharma. Let's go with scriptures. So in this case, let's go with scriptures. What does scriptures say? In one particular scripture, it says, Dharanat dharma mityahu dharmo dhara yate prajaha yat syad dharana samyuktam sadharma iti nischayah. Dharanat dharma mityahu dharmo dharayate prajaha yat syad dharana samyaktam sadharma iti nischayah. ಧರ್ಮವು ಸಮಾಜವನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಧರ್ಮ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಸಾಮಾಜಿಕ ಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಕಾಪಾಡುತ್ತದೆ. ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೋಷಿಯಲ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ. ಯೋಗಕ್ಷೇಮವನ್ನು ಮತ್ತು ಮಾನವೀಯತೆಯ ಪ್ರಗತಿಯನ್ನು ಖಚಿತಪಡಿಸುತ್ತದೆ. ಯೋಗಕ್ಷೇಮ, ಇಟ್ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ ಕೇರ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ವೆಲ್ ಬೀಯಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ಸೊಸೈಟಿ ಅಂಡ್ ಹ್ಯೂಮನಿಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್. It sees that people grow with humanistic aspects of the society. So these things are definitely taken care by dharma. Yeah? Definitely taken care by dharma. It says, just to paraphrase this, ಧರ್ಮವು ಧಾರಣ ಶಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದುದು. ಯಾವ ತತ್ವದ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವದಿಂದಾಗಿ ಧರ್ಮವು ಧಾರಣ ಶಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸಿದುದು. ಧಾರಣ ಇಸ್ ನಾವು ಧರಿಸುವುದು ಧಾರಣ. ವಿ ಟೇಕಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್, we practicing it, we taking it on ourselves, that is dharana. If you go to the Western world, which talks about religion, it talks about more than practicing, it talks about preaching dharma pravartaka, dharma pravadi. Yeah, so religious these guys, they go and preach, religious preachers. So like this they go on talking. But in ours, it is dharana. Dharana is we wear it. That is, we practice it for ourselves. ಧರ್ಮವು ಧಾರಣ ಶಕ್ತಿಗೆ ಸಂಬಂಧಿಸುವುದು. ಯಾವ ತತ್ವದ ಅಸ್ತಿತ್ವದಿಂದಾಗಿ, ಯಾವ ಶಕ್ತಿಯಿಂದಾಗಿ, ಯಾವ ಭಾವ, ಯಾವ ವ್ಯವಸ್ಥೆ, ಯಾವ ನಿಯಮಗಳಿಂದಾಗಿ ಧಾರಣಾ ಕಾರ್ಯ ನಡೆಯುವುದೋ ಅದೇ ಧರ್ಮ. What all aspects we see that our system is taken care, our society is taken care, and this is dharma. ಧಾರಣೆ ಎಂದರೆ ನಿರ್ವಹಣೆ ಎಂದು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು. ಮನುಷ್ಯನ ಜೀವನ ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಧಾರಣೆಯಾಗುತ್ತದೆಯೋ ಅದೇ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಧರ್ಮ. ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಜೀವನ ಯಾವುದರಿಂದ ಧಾರಣೆಯಾಗುತ್ತದೆಯೋ ಅದೇ ಮನುಷ್ಯ ಧರ್ಮ. ಹೀಗೆ ಶರೀರ ಧರ್ಮ, ಹೀಗೆ ಸಮಾಜ ಧರ್ಮ, ರಾಜಧರ್ಮ ಮೊದಲಾದವುಗಳು. ಶರೀರ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ, ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಸರಿ ಇದ್ದರೆ ಆತ ಯಾವ ಕೆಲಸವನ್ನು ಸರಿಯಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಬಲ್ಲ. ಆದ್ದರಿಂದ ಶರೀರ ಮನಸ್ಸು ಬುದ್ಧಿ ಮೂರು ಸರಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. ಸೊ ಈಚ್ ಒನ್ ಆಫ್ ದೀಸ್ ಆಸ್ಪೆಕ್ಟ್ಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಅ ಸೆಟ್ ರೂಲ್ ಫಾರ್ ಧರ್ಮ. Such rule for dharma. Okay. Another quotation says, Dharmo Vishwasya Jagatah. Dharmo Vishwasya Jagatah, and it continues. It says, Idi Vishwakke Dharma Bembalavagi Niltade. That is, it supports the whole of humankind. Dharmo eva hato hanti dharmo rakshati rakshitah. This we all know. It's quite famous. ಧರ್ಮವನ್ನು ನಾಶ ಮಾಡಲು ಪ್ರಯತ್ನಿಸುವವನು ಅದರಿಂದ ನಾಶವಾಗುತ್ತಾನೆ. The one who tries to destroy dharma will get destroyed. The one who tries to protect dharma will get protected by dharma. Correct? Dharmena hinaha pashubihi samana. The one who doesn't follow dharma is equivalent to an animal. Yato dharmas tato jayaha. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಧರ್ಮ ಇರುತ್ತದೋ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಜಯ. ವೇರ್ ಧರ್ಮ ಇಸ್ ಫಾಲೋಡ್, ದೇರ್ ವಿಕ್ಟರಿ ಇಸ್ ದೇರ್. ಅಹಿಂಸೋ ಪರಮ ಧರ್ಮ. Ahimso Paramadharma. That is, the best dharma is ahimsa, not troubling anybody. And the master stroke, of course, is yada yada hi dharmasya glanir bhavati bharata. So all these things we all know about it. Correct? So these are the aspects which dharma talks about. It is made up of. And this dharma, if we have to see how it is practiced, where it is practiced, now once again we need to visit our epics. We need to visit our epics. For example, Bhishma. Bhishma is the Pitamaha, the senior most man during Mahabharata. The aspect, the huge war happened, and before that, what all things happened, for all those things, he was a witness. He was a witness, and he's a man who took an oath that he would not marry. He would remain a celeste, and only for the sake of his father. See, that is once again a huge dharma. Putra dharma. He followed a dharma for the sake of his father, just like Prabhu Shri Raam. Correct? So such a great man he was. He said that, he took oath saying that he would not take up the throne, but that lady's father, he says that if your children will come and claim the throne, then it will become a problem. And he takes another oath saying that I would not get married at all. And he stays a brahmachari all through his life. So that is the speciality of Bhishma. This great man Bhishma, who followed his putra dharma, also followed one more dharma, that is Rajadharma. What was that? Who was the king of Bhishma? Drona, for that matter, Vidura. Who was the king? Who was the ruler, king? It was Duryodhana. Duryodhana was the king. Correct? Under Duryodhana, Bhishma was there, Drona was there, and many others. Correct? All of them, in front of all of them, there was an attempt to disrobe Draupadi, and that too in front of her husbands. Her husbands, though they were husbands of this lady, could not save her, only because they had lost in the match. They had lost her in the match. They had lost themselves in the match. All those things. We all know the story. But why did Bhishma, Drona, and others, though they were good, though they were dharma rakshakas, dharma palakas, why did they keep quiet? Why did they keep quiet? They kept quiet only because they were following Rajadharma, their dharma towards their king. Okay, so when this was going on, they could not stop the king. They could not go against the king. So these are the dharma sukshmas which are followed in our epics. On one side, Bhishma, Drona, and Vidura stayed under a bad king. But on the other side, in Ramayana, Vibhishana, who was the brother of Ravana, what he did, he gave up Ravana and came towards Rama and helped Rama in killing Ravana. So who is following dharma? Who is not following a dharma? Who is a dharmi? Who is an adharmi? Now, these people, though they knew that their king was bad, they stayed with him. They died for him. Correct? They fought for him, they died for him. They gave up their life. That was their dharma on one side. On the other side, Vibhishana was also called as a saint, and he was a virtuous man. Yeah, a person who follows dharma. He did not follow the same route followed by this Bhishma, Drona, or whatever, whoever. Okay, instead, he came towards Rama and supported Rama and helped him to kill his own king. So, what dharma he was following? So, these are the differences. There are a lot of aspects for dharma, which you just can't define. We just can't define that. That's it. In Mahabharata, it so happened that these five Pandava brothers, and of course with Draupadi, they had gone to the forest. They were in the forest, and they were living an ascetic life, setting up a small cottage kind of a house, and they were living there. They were staying there, comfortably staying there. Of course, with all their troubles and all, it would be that's quite obvious. Staying in a forest for the two princely sons would not be so easy or happy. But they were there. Meanwhile, it so happened that these boys, that is, these 100 brothers of Kauravas, what work they had? They were also princes. They were also 100 princes. And these boys did not have any responsibility in the uh, uh, kingdom, in the palace. They would do masti. So one outing would be like this for them. Some 10 people, 20 people, all of a sudden they used to come, they used to assemble in the morning in some place and say, hey, if we are feeling bored, let's go here, let's go there. So they would go to some wells, some waterfalls, some here, some mountains here. So all those things they used to spend time and all. And one important program for them was going and troubling these Pandavas who were in the forests. They were elderly boys. They were elderly brothers compared to these people, hundreds, a long list of 100 brothers. So 20, 30, they used to get assembled and they used to go, okay, with all their food, packing, all those things. And these people were eating fruits and vegetables and all those things, whereas these people in front of them sit and eat all this rich food. So all they were troubling. So it was all going on like this. Till morning, till afternoon or evening, they used to stay there and then come back to their palace and sleep peacefully after having troubled the five Pandavas. This was going on some point of time. Some number of times have happened. Once it so happened, while they're coming back, they lost their way. Some 20, 25, 30 people, 30 brothers, all young, robust young boys. So while coming back, they lost their way. And they were searching for their way and moving, and they were going in the wrong direction, and all those things happened. And finally, all of a sudden, there was one ambush attack from a group of tribals who were cannibals. And these cannibals picked a few of them, probably 8 or 10 or 15, 20, something, some number, and they went to their place where they live, and they were getting ready for a what's that? The new trend, you know, they roast flesh, they tie it, and they roast the flesh and they eat it. No, that's a barbecue. Barbecue. Probably they were getting ready for this barbecue style of dinner, and it was going on. Meanwhile, it's not that if there were 20, 25 to 30 people were there, it's not that all the 25, 30 were captured by these cannibals. Some would have ran away, no, who were behind. So those people ran back to these people. They knew the route to Pandavas, not to their palace. So they went back to Pandavas and told them, see, our brothers are being captured by these cannibals, all those things. Bhima was there, who was there, he laughed at them, it seems. He laughed at them. Ah, they deserve it. They deserve to die like this. Something else. He was laughing. Meanwhile, and all the other three also were almost with the same opinion. But Dharmaraya, that is Yudhishthira, says, no. We might be quarreling with each other, but when it comes to a common enemy who is beyond our family, we are one unit. See the dharma there, dharmic aspect there. He says we might be quarreling within each other, but when it comes to the people who don't belong to our family, when they are troubling us, we are one unit, and we are supposed to go and save them. And these five people go there, fight with them, and rescue all the people, all the brothers who are there, and they bring them back and take them on the right route till the palace, and they come back. And they come back. So this is the concept of dharma which was being followed, and all these concepts which we're talking about, all the we're talking about, we think that we don't have a proof. This is one sick problem with respect to our background. We feel that we don't have this concept, we don't have the proof for this background. In fact, when Bhishma was attacking these Pandavas, defending Kauravas, at one particular day, midnight, evenings, there's a discussion, a boardroom discussion within the Pandavas with Krishna, of course. And Krishna suggests that you go and talk to Bhishma himself and get to know how to kill him. And these people go to him and talk to him, and they come back. That means in the night time, they were in separate camps, and these people were visiting them. Those people were visiting these people. It was all going on. All those things are mentioned in the scriptures, Ramayana, Mahabharata. If we get back to the basic text, if it is Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana, if it is Mahabharata, Vyasa Mahabharata. Yeah, if you visit these scriptures, there are perfect explanations on these things. We people, without reading all those things, we are talking nonsense. We are talking hundreds of things. Okay, if not nonsense, hundreds of things. We imagine our own things and we start talking. It is not right. There is this one, that one, this one, that one. That too based on the goggles of this society, today's society. Based on the goggles of today's society. What is this today's society? For example, feminism. Feminism is one important aspect as per today's world is concerned. Those days, this concept wasn't there. Come on, we had the supporting statement is yatra naryastu pujyante ramante tatra devataha. That's a supporting statement we have got. And in the story of Parashurama, Jamadagni, his father finds his wife, that is Renuka Devi, with some adultery. This one, a distraction, and he's angry, and he calls his four brothers and asks them to kill this lady, and none of them do it, and then he himself kills them. And then later on, this guy comes, Parashurama comes, and Parashurama is ordered to kill that lady, and at once he kills his mother. The same Shastra says, Matrudevo Bhava. Yeah, Matrudevo Bhava, the same Shastra says. And this guy kills his mother, and seeing that the father is so happy that this son followed his instructions, and immediately he says that, come on, ask me what vara you want, what boon you want. And that guy says, I want my mother back, I want my brothers back. And everybody came back. See the concept there? Okay, so if we see these scriptures in the goggles of today's world, no. Those days, those days were governed by the values of those days itself. We can't mix up. We can't mix up these things. Okay, so like this is dharma. Like this, the society was guided by dharma, and the same was kept on followed by people, generations after generations, generations of the generations, and finally it lands to one universally accepted historic moment. Universally accepted historic moment, that is when Alexander came to India. Alexander came to India. Alexander came to India, and he was fighting with Paurava, Porus, and in their language, Paurava in our language, okay? And he was fighting with him, and it so happened that it was dusk, it was the evening, and the moment it was getting dark, there was one instruction, one something blown, or some whistle blown or whatever. Yeah, and with that instruction, all these soldiers of our side gave up weapons and got killed, and got killed. And the king Paurava was captured. This authentically shows that we had a set rules to even fight, to even quarrel, to even fight. Correct? So that is dharma. That is dharma. We followed dharma to this extent. We followed dharma to this extent. And finally, all those things we are aware of it. Correct? And in this context, if we study Prabhu Shri Ram, I just want to touch one particular aspect. I told that this is an academic program. We are working on academic approach towards the life of Prabhu Shri Ram. So based on that, let me touch one particular incident. Of course, a very famous incident, the most pivotal instance. With this particular moment, the whole world changed. The whole world changed, that for them I mean to say, in his life. Okay, that is he is about to be crowned as the king. The next day it would happen. The whole Ayodhya is getting ready for this momentous occasion. And the previous night, the lady, that is the third wife of Dasharatha, the father of Prabhu Shri Ram and other brothers, comes with an request, actually demand, saying that her son Bharata should become the king and Ram should go for exile. And even she was not convinced till Manthara, her assistant, told her. She in fact she laughed when Manthara said that. Manthara said that, even she laughed at her and said that, who will accept Bharata as king over against Rama? Come on. And she was actually making laughter. She was making fun of it. And then Manthara says, the shloka goes with something, Gardhabasya, that is, just because of being together, even a donkey will be loved for sure. So don't worry, you send Rama and see that Bharata will become the king. So this is the aspect of the brilliance which I'm talking about. The brilliance which is found in our scriptures. The lady says, even just because of being together, people will start loving even a donkey. So don't go, don't worry, you go ahead. But anyway, she was not convinced, and finally she gets convinced, and she takes the responsibility of this concept, and she goes to her Shoka Griha, and Dasharatha comes there, and all those things happen. And this information is told to Rama. Rama gets to know. Rama gets to know that father is uh, locked with this concept, and he is not able to answer, he is not able to show his face, all those things. Okay, and this father doesn't tell his wife, no, get lost. You know the cost he bore for it, the cost for having kept silent when his wife said that Rama has to go to forest. The cost is his death. Dasharatha, after Rama went to forest, he died. He died. That was his death. Okay, so that means as a husband, he was following his dharma more than a father. He was following the dharma of a husband more than a father's dharma, because he was locked up with his promise. With his promise. Anyway, that is another part. Now Rama comes to know about this, and he gets ready to go. He gets ready to leave this place. And then Lakshmana is there. Lakshmana is there. And Lakshmana tells Sri Rama, Prabhu Shri Ram. And after understanding everything, they all come, and Rama is ready now. Rama is ready now. Okay. When that case, in that moment, Lakshmana says, Rama, there are 4 reasons which I would give you to say that you have to stay back. You can't go. You need not go. You need not go. You have to stay back. Staying back is being a king, enjoying his life as a king. The alternative is they have to go to the forest. Any intelligent person, which one would he would select? Any intelligent person. If there is a route which is 20 kilometers, whereas another route which goes for some 3-4 kilometers, the same place, which one you will select? Quite obvious. Quite obvious. Though this road is this way, that way, so we will still go. We'll go, we will manage all those things. Correct? But here it is the other way. It is the other way, actually. This is a luxurious uh, life versus a life in the forest. And here, the basis for his decision, we are questioning. On the other hand, Lakshmana says, Rama, I will give you 4 reasons. 4 reasons. First of all, you are the eldest brother. You are the eldest brother in this family. Correct? Yes. And you are supposed to be the king. Finish. In today's world, it's not like that. If there are 4 brothers, it should be, the property should be divided amongst the 4. In fact, we should know at this point of time, I think it's important for me to tell that there was a sister for these 4 brothers who was elder to all the 4. It was not just 4 sons. The children were 5. Yeah, the first one, the second one was Rama. Of course, the son, he was the first, but the first one was a daughter. The daughter's name is Shanta. The daughter's name is Shanta. First Shanta, and then Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna, all those things. Okay, so all the kingdom should have been divided amongst all the 5 children, if it was in today's case. But then it was not like that. Anyway, first person should become the king. Was the what is accepted. Even today, people are following Rama Dharma. People are following just because a person is a son of some particular great person. He is eligible to become the captain of the ship, etc., etc. I'm sure you guys understand what I'm talking. So it's followed, I suppose. And on that basis, Lakshmana says, "You are the first brother. You are supposed to be the king." That's point number 1. Finish. Over. Okay, there is no doubt on it. Second point. Second point is the king is for the citizens. The king is for citizens, or citizens are for the king? The king is for the citizens. Correct? Every citizen should be happy with the king. That means the king should be popular. The king should have won the hearts of the people. The people should be happy with this king. Somewhere, don't you think this concept, what he's talking, which governed that society, those days society, is still governing us? Is still governing us in the name. The name is different. That is democracy. Today, what? All the 100 people cannot be happy with one person. We are sure about it. We very well know about it. So at least anybody who wins the heart of more than 50 people out of 100, I'm going to say, yeah, 51% also, 51 people also, they will become the rulers. Correct? So that way, even today, we are following that age-old dharma. Age-old dharma. That is this point which he is talking about. That is Lakshmana. He says that king is for the citizens. Let the citizens choose between Rama and Bharata. Forget all those things. Forget our family issues. Let the citizens, king is for the citizens, no, not for the family. When that is the case, let the citizens choose. I'm damn sure, each and every person would select Ram over Bharata. This is the second point. Second point. Okay. Third point, he says, okay, we understand that we are supposed to follow the words of uh, mm, father, Pitruvakya Paripalana. Correct? We are supposed to follow. Now, if we have to follow, did he follow Pitru Dharma? Did that man, that is Dasharatha, did he follow? Is he now following Pitru Dharma? For us to follow Putra Dharma? No. He is following Pati Dharma. He is following Pati Dharma. That is, he has given a word to his wife. Forget that he's our father right now. Now, what he is? He is a husband. He is more a husband than a father. Correct? So, when that is the case, when he is more a husband than a father, there is no obligation for us to oblige our putra dharma. Okay, we in today's world we talk no, we handpicked husband, all those things we talk no. So it's all from that origin. Yeah. So in this background, we need not bother about him because he is more a husband than a father. Okay. So you following putra dharma is not of any importance. So you can leave it. You can ignore it. This was the third point. Fourth point, a sixer. He says, we are kshatriyas. We are kshatriyas. A kshatriya has a right to go attack another kingdom and take away that kingdom. It's there in the practice. Yes. Now, we will not go attack somebody and take the kingdom. I will stand in between you and anybody who comes in between you and the throne. You will sit on the throne as a king. I will stand there and I will fight it out. I'll fight it out. Everybody will fight it out. And I'll see that nobody would be able to successful in stopping you. As a kshatriya, we are going to do this. We shall go for this. So these are the four strong points which Lakshmana gives to Rama. And Rama's answer is, see, Valmiki Ramayana is the original Ramayana. After that, hundreds of Ramayanas or thousands of Ramayanas might have come. Okay, different versions might have come. But the original Ramayana, that's the reason we are supposed to, at least now, in this country, each and everybody, we are supposed to read Ramayana and Mahabharata from the original text. From the original text, not seeing films and getting influenced by those Ramayana and Mahabharata. Of course, the recent ones, that is the teleserial, Ramanand Sagar's teleserial and Chopra's Mahabharata, they did quite a great amount of justice to the scriptures, no doubt about it. They did a wonderful work, but still, we are supposed to study the basic scriptures. And Rama in Valmiki Ramayana says, Lakshmana, come aside. He just says, come aside, come this side. You are talking on the grounds of Nyaya, on the grounds of Nyaya. You don't know what is Dharma. You don't know what is Dharma. You're talking on the grounds of Nyaya. You don't know what is Dharma. Come aside. Okay? And I am treading the path of Dharma, not Nyaya. I'm here to follow Dharma. I'm here to follow Dharma, not Nyaya. Yeah. So Dharma is 10 times, 100 times bigger vision than Nyaya, which is governing us as a society today. That's the reason we have so many drawbacks, so many limitations, so many issues, so many challenges. If we follow Dharma in the right format, in the original format, probably we will be able to achieve what has been termed as utopian concept, what has been termed as utopian concept, that is Ramarajya. We talk about Ramarajya, and immediately there is a caption saying that it's a utopian concept. Utopian concept is something which is imaginary. Probably it is possible if each one of us follow Dharma. So in every schools, every college of our society, we are supposed to follow, we are supposed to learn, we are supposed to study dharma dharma, our scriptures. Yes, it is Ramayana and Mahabharata, of course Bhagavad Gita. So if you're able to do these things, our society will improve to a great level, great level. And politically, we have moved a long way. Culturally, we have moved a long way. Socially, we have moved a long way. And we have reached a situation where we have attained a kind of josh with respect to these aspects. Even today, any house, when there is a when a son is born, a son is born, he might not be visualized as Rama. Wait, I'm coming. He might not be visualized as Rama, but if a second child is also a son, Rama Lakshmana, that's what they say. Yeah, the moment the second one becomes a son, even today, yeah, the moment they see them, the first concept, the first thought comes to anybody, for that matter, even today, that is Rama Lakshmana. If there are twins born, you know, can anybody type it on the chat box to whom it would be referred? If twins are born, of course, boys, I'm talking about boys. Nobody write on the chat box? Yeah, namaskara. Giridhar Udyavara says, Vayam. What's that? Could you type it in English, Mr. Giridhar? Nakula Sahadeva. Okay. Nakula Sahadeva. More than Nakula Sahadeva, don't you think people talk about Lavakusha? Lavakusha. I was trying to connect the society to Rama. To Rama. Of course, yeah, that way Bharata and Lakshman are also twins. Lakshmana and Bharata are also twins. Yeah. So more than anybody, if there's a twin brothers, we would connect them to Lavakasha and enjoy seeing them, and try to see these Lavakusha, yes, Lavakusha. So these characters on our in our everyday life, we try to, yes, Renu Kamble, yes, Lavakusha, yeah, Giridhar, Lavakusha. So these concepts of Ramayana, and all those things. So everywhere, it is so much in the hearts of our people, and we have gone through political turmoil, which kept us away from all these aspects of this Ramayana and Mahabharata. In fact, we have a government holiday on Valmiki Jayanti. Yeah, Lavakusha. Yes, Vinaji. We have a government holiday on Valmiki Jayanti, who wrote Ramayana. We have government holiday on Vyasa Jayanti. Vyasa Jayanti is also a government holiday, I think, where who wrote Mahabharata. But we don't have a holiday on Ramanavami and Krishna Janmashtami. We don't have a holiday at all for that. And there was a question in our government, in the central government, at the central government level, at the country level, which said that Rama is a concept. It's not he doesn't belong to uh, history. He is a mythological character. He's a mythological character. This was the concept, and the court was discussing this with few lawyers on one side, and 25 lawyers on the other side, giving lot of points for to prove that it was a concept. Rama is only a concept, not history. In this background, once it so happened that court announced vacation, court announced holiday on a particular day, and that day was Dashara, which is celebrated only to celebrate the victory of Ram over Ravana. Okay, and after a few days, once again the date was fixed on a different day after 20 days, and that was once again a holiday, and that holiday was Deepavali. They were to where Rama was welcomed by the people in Ayodhya. And the discussion happening in the court is Rama is a concept. Rama is only a concept. Rama is not a historical person. They have taken holidays because Rama killed Ravana, which court has taken holidays. Forget all others. Forget the whole society. Uh, the court has taken holidays saying that Rama killed Ravana. That's why we are celebrating. That is Dashara. And then Rama came back to Ayodhya. So the people who welcomed him, it was dark, it was night. They could not wait. It was dark. They said that he would come in the morning. They said, no, 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 no. Yeah, it's very dark. These people said it's very dark. No, we will light diyas and create light so that he can come and so that we can see him. We are waiting so eagerly, is what was told by the people. And then the concept of diyas came in for this Deepavali. And on this day, because the people welcomed him back to Ayodhya, they wanted to celebrate, and the court took leave. And the discussion is Rama is an imaginary figure. So this is the kind of hypocrisy we are living in. And tomorrow is the Prana Pratisthapana of Prabhu Shri Raam in his abode, Ayodhya. The meaning itself says that a place which can't be won, which cannot be won by anybody, where battles don't happen, that kind of a place is Ayodhya, Punya Kshetra, Shri Ayodhya Dhama, which is brightly lit by heritage, and which had lot of issues since 500 years. So many people have given their lives, and every aspect which was not known to the common man is coming up, which is connected to this great aspect of Ayodhya, Rama Mandira, which is coming up now. So it is time for us to at least take an oath that I will read Ramayana, I will read Mahabharata, I will read Bhagavad Gita. With this oath that I will read Ramayana, I will read Mahabharata, I will read Bhagavad Gita. With this oath, I hereby conclude this talk. Thank you so much.